the... There you go. Alright, yeah, my throat. Let's get at the ball. Alright, let me see. Alright. We ballins. It's like a chase thing anyway. That's the last point. Hold up. They put it right here. Alright. What is good, everybody? It is your boy JJ That Dude 341, and I am back on the Grades Tourney. As I promised, I did say I would be back on this game, and hopefully I'll be near the trial when this is all over. And if I at the trial, I'll probably do it tomorrow, and if not, I will probably play it on a Monday. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna try at least to get to the trial as best as I can with what I got, whatever kind of trial it is. But yeah, we are balling regardless of the We are balling regardless of the circumstances. But yeah, we will still be doing this and whatever's on the poll, and that's, I think it's Marvel's Rivals, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But give me one little second real quick, chat. Give me one little second real quick. I do need to get rid of a few things. I do need to get rid of a few other things as well. I do need to get rid of a few other things, because it's acting a little iffy. I don't know why. Hold up. Did I do the thing for Marvel Rivals on TikTok? I just want to check. Did I do it for Marvel Rivals? I did. Okay, so I could delete the Marvel Rivals thing. Alright, I had to just get rid of Marvel Rivals stuff. Make sure I was good. And this other thing as well. Alright, bet. Perfect. And I'll get the Grades 30 stuff later. Alright. But yeah, last time we left off, if y'all forgot, or if y'all don't know where last time we left off at was Strongheart has given us a task to help a Japanese man or a Nipponese man, whichever you would prefer to call them, to stand, because he is, you know, charged with murder of a woman, which it was between only him and her that was there. So it's looking like he's the one that did it, apparently. But we're gonna find out if he really did, or if another person came over that we don't know of, or something must have happened and it went from there. We shall see, though, because we don't know how it happened, which, see how it goes. But without further ado, let us get in to the game with episode 4, The Adventure of Clouded Korokoro. And oh yeah, this is where we meet Iris Wilson. Iris, can I show you this? Oh, how exciting! What is it? Tell me all about it. Oh, actually, I was hoping you might be able to tell me something about it, if anything comes to mind. Why would it? Well, no, I suppose it wouldn't. Tell me, I want to hear everything. This hasn't gone according to plan. Hey, maybe they could tell us more about the map placements and stuff? I don't daggone know. I mean, I would think she would know. I mean, she lives around the land. I mean, maybe she knows about maps. Unless she's a little younger than expected, but that's not the point, though. Let's just talk about Wilson first. Oh, yes. There's something I must ask you. Of course. Go ahead, Susie. I'm a very great fan of the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, and... Oh, you have a copy of Rant's magazine? Yes, I read every issue. It's delivered all the way to Japan on a ship. Oh, this is exciting. My stories are being read on the other side of the world. My stories? That's right. Hurley is always solving such amazing cases, you see. And he tells me all about them. They really are quite fascinating. It would be such a shame if I was the only one who would ever heard of them, don't you think? Goodness! Last night he was telling me about all the new case he just solved on a steamship traveling from a faraway land. So I was just in the middle of typing up a manuscript for the next issue before he came. So you are the author? Yes, I'll let you on a little secret if you like. I'm going to call this latest adventure The Speckled Band. The Speckled Band? That's certainly very, very familiar. Of course, I always change one or two details of the stories here and there. This time, I had the idea of making the venomous snake be the cause of all the trouble. Oh, that was Mr. Sholmes' first thought as well, actually. Yes, and of course I know that a snake might not be a credible fit for the facts of the case exactly, but it's a story. Some poetic license is justified to make it more thrilling, I think, don't you? So, do you mean to say, are the stories of Mr. Sholmes that are published in the Rance magazine all written by me? Yes, on my wonderful and very modern typewriter. But all the stories I've ever read are written by a doctor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson. Sada-san's getting more and more worked up. Ah, yes, that's me. I mean, my name really is Wilson. But what about the doctor of the medicine part? That's all true, too. I am a doctor of medicine. No. At 10 years old? At 10 years old. Well, that's quite incredible. But, Dr. Wilson is an English gentleman. Ah, yes. I did alter the setting slightly for the stories to be more compelling. Oh. Well, it sounds a little strange, doesn't it? A great detective with a 10-year-old girl in tow? I mean, you're not lying there. I mean, if I heard it from a 10-year-old girl, I'd probably be like, hey, what the heck is she doing? I suppose it does, yes. Poor Sato-san. She looks like her whole world's just falling apart. Just like her whole career right now. Anyway, Iris, let's talk to you. It was you that we ran into yesterday, wasn't it? At the Old Bailey? Yes, that's right. You were ever so helpful. Thank you very much. Or thank you so much. Oh no, not at all. I'm sorry we couldn't have been more welcoming. Though at the time we did have a rather large gun pointed at us. Like this? Oh, brother. she the type that I'm gonna be afraid of. She'll be like this, and then she starts shooting. She gonna be gun blades and other thing. Ah, thinking back now. You left with Miss Lestrade in tow, did you? Oh yes, that awkward witness, Gina Lestrade. Oh, Jeannie? Yes, she's a professional pickpocket. So we found out. It was very naughty of her to pitch my invention like that. Are you referring to that trial-disrupting gun-like contraption? Exactly, so I followed her, you see, to get it back. Perhaps I should think about fitting a self-destruct mechanism in my inventions. I don't think you want to do that. I mean, I guess it's an extra. To be fair, that kind of does work, but just make sure it's for the right person. This girl is dangerous. Anyway, I brought Ginny back here after that, so she could apologize to my trusty tactician. Sorry, your tactician? Hurley, of course, silly. So Hurley did make it. So pretty much Sherlock Sholmes made it. So he did make it. Hurley? Yes, Herlock. Sherlock Holmes. We live here together. I had no idea the great detective had such a interesting young daughter. Daughter? Not likely. What? I wouldn't call him Hurley if he was my father, would I? I mean, to be fair, you're not lying. That would be disrespectful, especially in, culture. Well then, what is your relationship with Mr. Sholmes? Well, I expect you found out that lodging of any kind in London are very expensive. So the solution is to share the cost with a partner, a roommate. Your roommates? I hope you don't mind me asking, Iris, but how old are you? I thought you said she was 10. 10 at last, this year. Well, what if your mother and father? Oh no, they're not around. Oh, I see. I wonder what the story is there. Yeah, just don't even talk about it. Don't even say nothing about that. You already know how it's gonna be. If you ask about that, they're gonna be like, bro, I don't know you like that. Please get out of here. About before. Yes. What's on your mind, Bruno? Do tell me. How did you know that I was a lawyer and we just arrived in London? I mean... Yes. Oh. And that we have a difficult trial tomorrow. How did you know all of that? Oh, that's what you mean. Please, tell us how you did it. Explain every detail. Oh, of course. I'd be delighted, although there's really no mystery. Now, let's begin. Iris Wilson is proud to present her Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. Bro, she better cook? Oh, brother, she better cook me with the thing, bro. Like, why are you doing me like this? I don't deserve this. She got one too? Like, it better be good though. Alright. First of all, I know that you are already a lawyer, Bruno. After all, I met you yesterday at the Old Bailey in the defendant's antechamber. Makes sense. But you said that... We also said that we only just arrived in London. How did you know that? I reserved a passport and traveling ticket protruding from your breast pocket. Wow, I mean, wow, that's very interesting to see. You just said, yeah, nah, it's right here. And we can't even see that. I can't even see that. So, hey, you kind of got cooked there. Oh. So I was reasonably confident that you must have only just arrived in the country. And on top of that, you accepted a case against that particular prosecutor, telling me you were unaware of London's court affairs. The Reaper of the Bailey? I went right into that one, didn't I? Then I noticed a red ink stamp on the back of Susie's hand. Wait, why do you have that in your hand? Okay, you kind of deserve that at that point. What the heck is that? You were given that when you visited the local prison to meet with the suspect, weren't you? Earlier today. Wait, you got it. Wait, so wait, why did I not have one? Did I not have one or nothing? Or is this her? Okay, that's kind of crazy. Okay, well, she's just being smart about it. Ah. They use those stamps to keep a close eye on coming and goings, you see. I didn't realize. And the rank stamp is only used for people visiting foreign inmates. So that told me that even though you only had oh my, I have to read that whole thing again, my bad. My tongue is getting obliterated. So that told me that even though you had only yesterday concluded the trial of Magnus McGilded, the two of you had already had cause to visit a foreign inmate at a local prison. However, neither of you was wearing a particularly sad expression on your face, so concluded that the prisoner was unlikely to be a friend or a relative. That led me to believe that you must have accepted a new case. I see. And how could you have known that the trial was tomorrow? Well, having barely been home a few hours yesterday, Hurley solved yet another case. This obviously amused him. He told me that he'd caught a Japanese man who was bawling and trembling. A Japanese man? Well, clearly that must have been... Mr. Natsume. Oh, Mr. Natsume. Now, Bruno has that fancy Japanese sword. And I think your outfit is called a kimono, isn't it, Susie? Well, anyway, it was clear to me that you both came from Japan yourself. So I put two and two together and decided you must be defending the Japanese man Hurley caught. And there was only one conclusion those facts could lead me to. You both came here to ask Hurley about the case. There you go, you found it. There's a note on the mantelpiece that says the man's trial will be tomorrow. Hurley is always stabbing his notes with a knife, you know? He is silly. And that's all there was to it, really. Thank you for listening. I'm Iris Wilson, and that was one of my great deductions. Well, that was actually a great deduction yourself. That was the greatest oh my goodness, my tongue. That was one of the greatest deductions of all times. Like, I think it's so better. I think it's better than all of what Herlock Sholmes had, bro. Like, that was the best deduction she's ever done. That just surpassed him in every way possible. Yeah, she got it. I mean, we can't be mad about that. Well, wasn't a winner? Were my deductions correct? They were spot on. That was amazing, Iris. Truly a great deduction. You even managed this certain something of Mr. Sholmes' delivery. Oh, well, I was just copying Hurley's style for that. This is really good, very good news. You could tell us about the case involving the Japanese man. You will, won't you, Iris, please? Please, I mean, that's the only thing we got. And I trust your judgment over his judgment. So yesterday, Mr. Sholmes apprehended a Japanese man, you were saying. Yes. Hurley had just arrived back in London after his sea voyage. But the police were waiting for him at the railway station to take him directly to the crime scene. Ah, the great detective is a popular man, it seems. I was gonna say I see, but hey. Apparently a woman was stabbed on the quiet street somewhere in town. Okay. There was witnesses who had seen a short, shifty-looking, stooped man running away from the scene. Okay. A short, shifty-looking, stooped man? Mr. Natsume, beyond any doubt. Sasaki-san said that he didn't see anybody else on the street at all. That is true, he did say that. But it seems there were witnesses after all. Hurley used his great deductive powers to determine the man's address. I thought I said it wrong. I thought I said deductive wrong, and I was like, crap, I said deductive like 2-3 times, thinking I said it wrong. That's my bad. I'm just used to messing up my names and messing up the things. Bro, what is with these people, these kids out here? Hey, yapping. Okay, whatever, they got it. It was a logic room very nearby. He went directly there with the police, and what did they find? A short, shifty-looking, stooped man shivering in fear. Mr. Sholmes' great deduction certainly hit the mark that time. Of course it did. He's a great detective. Still, that means the incident occurred only 2 days ago. Surely tomorrow is too soon for a trial, isn't it? Definitely. We have no time to investigate properly. Hurley says that London is rife with crime. Oh. Scotland Yard is doing its best, but they can't stay on top of it, apparently. Oh dear, I hadn't realized the situation was so dire. That's why they can't afford to spend too much time investigating cases and trying the criminals to court. Staff and money are both short. Crimes are usually pinned on the first suspicious person. That's terrible. I suppose it's the harsh reality of the workings of the world's greatest justice system. I mean, that is fair. That is fair though, because like, if everyone's out there doing crime, you gotta go out there and try everyone about. I suppose it is, but in that case, I don't hold out much hope for Sasaki-san. Thank you for answering so many of our questions, Iris. This has been very informative. Oh, you're most welcome. I've had so much fun. Do you know do you happen to know where Mr. Sholmes is at the moment? As, as you guessed, we'd like to ask him some questions about this case as well. Well, I suspect Hurley is still investigating the scene of the case involving Mr. Natsume, you mean? Yes, Mr. Natsume? Hurley said he was going to the man's lodgings. If you leave now, you'll probably catch him there. Do you know where his, not house belongings, but like, do you know where his house is at? Not his belongings. I mean, we do know his belongings of, where, not Mr. Natsume is, but like, we know where his house is at, though. Iris, do you know where those lodgings are? There you go, that's what we need. Well, I imagine the police are still investigating the scene of the crime themselves, aren't they? Did you happen to come across a detective by the name of Gregson when you were there? Yes, we know Inspector Gregson. Ah, goody. In that case, give Gregson this for me, would you? If you do that, I'm sure he'll tell you what you want to know. What is this? A 5-shilling piece in a postcard, it seems. Perfect, thank you. It reads, tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem. Gosh, this will make the inspector help us, will it? Well, thank you, Iris. We'll give it a try. Good luck, then. I'm going to return writing my manuscript, The Speckled Band. And I'll make it more special blends of tea, so come back again soon. We'd be delighted. Thank you so much, Iris. Well, Miss Naruhodo, it's back to the scene of the crime. Might as well. So, somewhat dubious that they would exert any influence over the men in Scotland Yard at all. We headed back to the scene with our curious note and one of the world's heaviest silver coins in hand. Funny thing about it is that would be the to be continued part. And I probably could have kept going and I would have been fine. That's actually hilarious. Remote. 19th of February, 2:38 p.m. Briar Road. Looks as though the police are still here, carrying on with their investigation. Perfect, so let's find Inspector Gregson as quickly as possible. Yes, and let's see if he'll take a break from his chips to look at the silver tip Iris gave us for him. Inspector Gregson, do you have a moment? I'm sorry to say I don't. I'm a very busy man. Much too busy to talk to a pair of foreign gadabouts, that's for sure. We have these for you. A present from Miss Iris Wilson. What? For me? From her ladyship? Her ladyship? Get that here at once! Come on, hand it over. That's for me! Don't wait for me to give it to you, will you? The dude, to be nice next time. What was that coin exactly? It's a silver crown, obviously, but a lot more than that. It's an appearance fee. That's what it is. An appearance fee? Oh, I see. You mean... That's right, for the adventures of Sherlock Sholmes. Her ladyship always offers me a little financial reward for featuring me, every time. Yes, of course. I know all about your exploits, Inspector. I read them avidly. Of course, her using my name without my say-so does make me the butt of a lot of unpleasant jokes, but still. I'm sorry, Inspector. That must be difficult for you. Never you mind that. So, What do you want to know then, eh? Sorry? Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem, it says. Well, obviously it's not a problem. Go on, fire away. What do you want to know? Well, if you wouldn't mind, Inspector, we'd very much like to know the address of Mr. Natsume's lodgings. Ah, the little knife-wielding, mustached Japanese fellow. He lives in the right old... Look. On the first floor of that house on the corner where that wreck of a bicycle propped up. So why couldn't we just go inside? Like, I mean, I guess to be fair, they wouldn't want you to go inside the house. Makes sense, though. That is nearby, indeed. If I remember rightly, the landlord is a Mr. John Gordaba. Right, well, if you see her again, you make sure you give her lordship my regards, you hear? I mean, you tell her that Gregson sends his very best wishes. And don't worry, Inspector, we will. Goodbye for now, then. And long live her ladyship. Indeed. Well, at least he told us what we wanted to know before he left. Yes, so then, shall we go and see what we could find in Mr. Natsume's lodgings? Definitely. Someone asked me a question. They said, hold on, let me look at this thing on Discord. They asked me a question. They said they're looking at my stream, but what do you more like prefer? Doing my own voice acting or letting the people voice act? I would prefer the person or the people to be voice acting rather than me. Like, the only time I would want to voice act is if I have other people that I can voice act with. Then I would be okay with voice acting my own self the entire time, but... Oh, that is what it is. Alright, November 19th, Mr. Natsume's lodgings. May I help you? Ah, yes. Would this be the residence of Mr. John Garadaba? Indeed it would, sir. And whom may I say is calling? My name is Ryunosuke Naruhoda. Mr. Naruhoda is representing Mr. Sasaki Natsume. I believe he takes lodgings here. We would very much like to ask him some questions about our client. Why are you smiling and then just closing your eyes like that? Like, do you like the man or something? Like, let me know. One moment, please. I shall convey the message to Mr. Garadaba. I can't say his name. Is it Garadab? Or what is the name? I don't know the name. Did you see that, Mrs. Sato? That was a real-life English maid. I know. As I understand it, anyone of standing in English society employs a number of household staff. But that was the first time I've ever seen one in the flesh. Oh, this day keeps getting better. Yeah, the day's getting way better for you and way worse for me. This trial certainly feels like we've really arrived now, doesn't it? We need only to meet a butler, and the experience will be complete. Well, I'm not sure if they'd go that far, but I understand the sentiments. Thank you for waiting, Mr. Garadaba, or Garadab? I don't know what this name's confusing me. Garadab? Alright, Mr. Garadab. We'll see you now. This way. I'm about to call Mr. Garage, bro. Like, Mr. Garage might be his name for that one, bro. Or Mr. Gar. Mr. Gar. You know, Mr. Gar. We'll see you now. This way. I'm going to say Mr. Gar because I swear the name's so terrible. Why, hello there, sir. Good day to you. John Garadab, at your service. Pleased to meet you, sir. This is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. He's a defense lawyer. Do excuse me, not getting up. Took a shot to the knee a few years back in the Battle of Mayawan, don't you know? Earned a medal for my pains, but had to withdraw from service. Hand over the reins to the up-and-comings. So he's a retired soldier. It's a heck of a job, getting up and down the stairs now. I can tell you, don't get out much, as you can imagine. Yes, it's quite a climb up here from the second floor, isn't it? I was painting at the top of the stairs. You really must take more exercise, Mr. Naruhodo. Do you think so? Well, Mr. Garadib, no doubt you were very courageous to earn yourself a medal. Oh, it was nothing. The medal's just a photo roll, really. Wouldn't like to offend the general, though. So I grudgingly displayed it on the wall. Why don't you fetch it down, Joan? Let these good people see it properly. Joan, fetch the— Ah! Dash it, woman! Be careful! Like, dang! You out there better make me just pee my pants. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, dearie me, I do beg your pardon, sir. You jolly near took the skin off my hands. I shall be more careful, sir. So anyway, there you have it. Living the quiet life now. Yes, I see. Now then, I hear you want to know about the chap lodging downstairs, is that right? Yes, we would be very grateful if you could answer some questions for us. Only to pleased. Naturally, especially if it helps to keep the peace here in Blighty. We've forged an alliance with the Empire of Japan recently, as I'm sure you're aware. So this case is very much in the public eye, as it were. Oh, is it? Even had some famous detective poking around, you know, in this old house, would you believe? Yes, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Could have been. Didn't catch the chap's name. Not really my cup of tea. All that business, detective business, or business of being a detective, I don't care about that crap. Oh, but you have a copy of France magazine here, so... No, Anyway, the chap's investigating the foreigner's room as we speak. So he is intercepting Simon's room. It's a bally nuisance, is what it is. The whole neighbor's twitching its curtains now. I don't like all this fuss. It's jolly unsettling. Give me a second. I need to check one thing real quick. Sorry it took me so long because I had to It didn't even take me long because I had to give you some water, and on top of that, had to make sure the snow was all good too. So we're back here. All right, about Mr. Natsume. About Mr. Natsume then, Mr. Girideb. Please do tell us. Ah yes, the Japanese chap. Only been lodging here for a week. Oh, just 1 week? So he just moved in here recently then. I have 2 lodgers most of the time. One on the ground floor and one just below us. The first floor becomes available or came available again. That's not. Oh, Joe, do be careful. Oh my goodness, I'm terribly sorry, sir. If you want to know my opinion, I thought he was a shady sort from the moment I set eyes on him. Ma'am, your lips are so daggone. Not even lips. Actually, your lips are big too, but them cheeks are too big that I don't think you should be saying nothing. It looks like you already got like some big, like the round tail red like melon things on there. But I ain't gonna lie, I don't think she should be talking about shady. That's just me. Hey, well, I'm gonna shut up though. Oh, why? He seemed to have a most nervous disposition, always shaking and looking all over his shoulders. Well, I mean, that's because he's just nervous. I mean, people are nervous. Just like how you're just hitting your cheek every time and closing your eyes every time. That just looks like a nervous disposition. But I don't be talking about you about that. The man had shady written all across his sweaty-soaked brows, if you asked me. I said to myself, Joan, this man is trouble. Sooner or later, he's going to do something untoward. And I'm rarely wrong about anything. I won't be calling this maid as a witness, that's for sure. Was there anything else that struck you as suspicious about the man at all? Why do you do that? Yes, oh yes, indeed there was. And she's dying to tell us. Okay, talk to us about that then. Had you noticed anything at all about your lodger, Mr. Natsume? Oh my word, yes! The man was shadier than an orchid. Or an orchid. Don't they say orchid with like an I though? That with an A? Unless what is it? Orchid or something like that. But could you elaborate? Well, take the man's room. Absolutely stuffed full of books it is. More than anyone could ever read. Because the man is trying to study English. Because he's trying to study English. And he studies more than about most of the people in here in England. Okay. And he never so much as passes a time of day with another living soul. I haven't even seen a single visitor call. Well, I mean, he's more likely studying English, and plus, who's he gonna talk to? No one that's England want to talk to him, or Englishman that's talking to him, or Englishwoman that want to talk to him. He just trots off to that old bookshop every single day, and comes back at 5 to light the gas fire. Well, I mean, he has to study English. He don't know English. And the funny little man is up long past the time everyone else in the house has gone to bed too. Oh, I see. The gentleman on the ground floor goes to bed around 9 each night. I've never known a Japanese fellow to retire any earlier than 2 in the morning. Ah. Could you clarify something, I wonder? What, pray? How do you know so much about Mr. Natsume's routine? Oh. I understood that neither of the lodgers live on this floor of the house. Is that correct? That's right. Yes, they're both below us, on the first floor in street level. Then, how is it that you know so much about the lives of your lodgers? The precise times that they come back in the evening, for example, even the times they go to bed. brave, Joan. Be more careful, woman. Oh my goodness, sir. I'm terribly sorry, sir. Something doesn't add up here. We don't know about her age, but we know about his age. We'll ask about her later. It seems that the incident took place around 5 in the evening. Did you happen to look out of the window at around that time? The window? Yes, we noticed that the window over there looks out over, Briar Road. The incident took place on the pavement, just on the far side of the street. Is there anyone suspicious loitering nearby? These games make me feel so dumb. Hey, don't feel too bad, bro. Sometimes the game makes you feel dumb too, bro. Sometimes they do too. Sometimes you gotta be just paying smart time sometimes. Don't even feel too bad, because every time I play these games, I promise you, either I cook, or like there's that one thing that messes me up and I'm just like, what the heck I'm trying to say? Because I know what I'm trying to say when I play these games. Like, I'll be saying, oh yeah, this person right here, this is the killer. This person did this. But I don't know how to explain it to say it right. And then I'm like, oh, I gotta do this. And then I look dumb doing it. So don't feel too bad, bro. It do this to me too, bro. But how you doing, man? How you doing? It made me feel dumb too sometimes. 5 o'clock. It's dinner time. In the Garadeb household. And I can't even say his name right. I don't even know if I'm saying his name right when saying Garadeb. Like, why do they do this to me? So I'm afraid I don't remember seeing anything. How about you, Joan? No, sir. It would be dusk outside already at that hour. And with the fog as well, I should think it would have been quite impossible to see the other side of the road. Oh, I see. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary then? Such as? Anything at all, even if it seems unrelated. Well... Yes? Was there something then? Well, it's nothing particularly significant, but at around the time of... Ah! For the love of God, Joan! Watch what you're doing! Oh, dearie me, what have I done? I'm awfully sorry, sir. Do be more careful, woman! Like I'm sick and tired of your crap! Of course, sir. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm sorry, if the maid keeps doing that, kick her out, bro. She's done this to you, I think, 5 to 7 times. That woman just needs to be fired, or she needs some training. She's getting you cooked. So you doing all right, brother? Hey, you doing good? Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. I'm glad you're doing all right. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're all good and stuff. But I ain't gonna lie, Mr. John, I forgot the dude's name already. Garadeb or whatever your name is, bro. Kick that woman out your crib, bro. She's getting you cooked. If I may, Mr. Narrow Hollow. Yes, bro. She disrespected your whole name. She can't even say Ryunosuke nor Naruhoda. She can't even say none of those names, bro. That's crazy work. I have an exceedingly good memory, and as far as I remember, nothing of any significance took place here at that hour. Nothing at all. Then why was your person of association, the one that's beside you, was about to say something about... So are you a contradiction tonight? Okay, so what I'm assuming is every time she pours tea on this man, hot tea on this person, it's like a contradiction. So like he might actually want to say the truth, but she might try to stop that. That's what it seems like so far. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. Like, why is every time he's about to say something, she's just pouring out some tea? Oh, really? Mr. Garadeb? The way you were talking before, it sounded rather like there might have been something. Oh, well, as I was saying, it was just a trifling matter, really. Nothing got... Ah! See, exactly. Joan, dash it all! What is the matter with you, woman? Begging your pardon, sir? Nothing happened. Oh, brother, I swear, this woman, kick her out. Kick her out immediately. She is fumbling. Yes, quite. Nothing happened. We sat down to quite an uneventful meal. Joan? That's right, Mr. Garadeb. What is the matter with these two? No, why are you blaming him? Blame her! She's the one stopping him from talking! It sounded like something happened here in this room on the eventful incident. But what? The evening of the incident. How wish I knew. Well, let me... Okay, I guess we can't ask him about... Because I want to talk about these people. A few of these people. But anyway, keep going though. Could you tell us which floor Mr. Natsume's room is on? See, look, she doesn't do it there. Okay. Why, certainly. Just below us on the first floor. Yeah, seriously, she ain't do nothing yet. She only does something when he's about to say something. She tries to contradict it. So either the maid is in at fault and she's the one at fault, or it has to be someone that the maid knows of that can do something. And Mr. Sholmes is investigating there, even as we speak. Yes, told me Knott's his name had asked him to look into the matter, so I gave him the key. Mr. Natsume has engaged with Mr. Sholmes' services? That's a blatant lie. Would it be alright if we had a look around in Mr. Natsume's room, I mean? Don't see why not. It's just down one flight of stairs. Who knows if we'll find anything that could help us with this case, but we have to try. I mean, all the clues we can lay our hands on, my bad. My brain's like, yeah, no, stop talking today. Shall we? Yes, and while we're there, we can speak with Mr. Sholmes again. Perhaps he'll be able to tell us more. Yeah, because this woman is absolutely terrible, and I want to beat the crap out of her. Stupid tail. We can't, I wasn't trying to do that. That's not what I was trying to do. Skip this crap. I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that. Wait, what the? Ma'am, I wasn't trying to. I'm not gonna read this. I'm not doing that. Thank you, Claude Fanboy, for the follow, but I'm not reading this crap, this Donkey Water. I'm not reading it. I'm not trying to read it. I'm trying to look around. There we go. That's better. That's better. What the heck is this? Now, this I will read. That's because that's what I'm trying to do. Look at this crocker on display here. It's rather unusual, isn't it? Oh my, a genuine London dresser. Isn't it delightful? Although the shelves seem to be broken and the crockery is, oh dear, it's in pieces. It really is. The word cracked wouldn't do that chinaware justice. Ah, I wonder. Perhaps the cannon was fired at it. If the cannon fired at that, I'm sure there's be more than just that shelf being broken. I'm pretty sure there'd be a bowling ball thing in there and it breaks through the whole building. It's probably something like that. But let's not delve too deeply here. You don't think that's suspicious? You don't think that's suspicious? Man, go out there and tell to him. That looks mad suspicious. Like, bro, if I go out there, I go into an investigation room, I'm investigating, I'm like, alright, bet, let me investigate. And I see this, I'm questioning multiple things here. But we balling either way, we out here though. But yeah, I would be questioning things non-stop. But what shall I know and what do I know? Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie. He does have a lot of books here. Then they got a whole bunch of cats. Well, two of them at least. And that cat's actually moving. The middle cat's actually moving. They got the real cat, and then they got the cat that every Teddy's supposed to be having though. You know what I'm saying? They always having the cat that had the hands and the paws like a ladies with it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I can't be mad about it. Hey, look, yeah, pop off, King and Queens out there. February 19th, Mr. Natsume's room. What? Just look at this place. And smell it. It's so musty in here. Dang, that's how you know it's bad. When Ryunosuke himself says it smells, and he's been out there hiding in bad spots where he has to smell his own bad self, that's how you know it's bad. I suppose it's the amount of old books that are responsible for that. Wait, how do books do that? Books should not be that bad. I understand if it's dusty, but they shouldn't be musty. Shouldn't be musty. I probably shouldn't. Baby bowling. Who just texted me something? I'll answer that text later. Oh, my bad. I don't think I've ever seen so many books in all my life. No, me neither. It's so dark in here too. I could see perfectly fine, but I guess that's the lamp helping us out with that. Is that the window over there? Well, it was the window, I think, yes, once upon a time. But for some reason, it's been closed up with bricks and mortar. Mortar, but yeah. So this is where Mr. Natsume lives. By the way, I haven't spotted Mr. Sholmes anywhere, have you? I know that's true, but according to what Mr. Garadeb told us, the great detective should be around here somewhere investigating. He's gonna go on the right side, is he? Oh, he ain't there. Surprise! I thought he was just gonna be like, dun 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 dun, and he's just gonna out there and come out of nowhere. Okay, let's just talk about the cat that's right in the middle of us. Nice to meet you too, cat. Oh my, what an adorable little kitten. Or cat. Perhaps he's looking for all the books while his master's away. I don't know about that. He disappeared into that pile of books as quick as a flash. It was a tricolor. My K? Wasn't it? Do they even have that sort of cat here in Great Britain? Perhaps Mr. Natsume brought the little creature with him from Japan. That's made me feel homesick now. Already? We've only been in the country for 2 days. Dang, this guy's tough. Alright, there's this cat right here. Oh look, it's a beckoning cat from home. It's a bit big and bulky, isn't it? Surely Mr. Natsume didn't bring that Neko all the way for Japan with him. I hardly think you're in a position to comment, Mr. Naruhodo. Are you forgetting the enormous Dharma doll that you brought in your luggage? Wait, what the heck is wrong with him? Well, it could be dangerous traveling abroad. I wanted a lucky charm. Well, I imagine Mr. Natsume wanted the same, and this cat is sure to beckon good luck to him. It's not doing a very good job so far, is it? You mustn't say such things. I didn't say a word! Why are my eyes such a giveaway? I mean, he's not lying, though. That thing did not give him no favors. The only thing that thing did... Hold up, let me look. The only thing that thing did was get him cooked. Sadly enough. It got him cooked up. Okay, let me read this. That desk seems to be wedged into a crevice between the mountain of books on either side. I suppose Mr. Natsume would sit there and read while stroking his cat. I know. So I had to yawn, sadly. But surrounded on all sides by these towering of old tombs, surely he dreamt of books every night as well. Yes, he must have done, mustn't he? Oh, what's this? It's a receipt from a second-hand bookshop. Your books. Oh yes, Mr. Natsume's name's on it. Look, and the date of purchase. 2 days ago at 4:45 p.m. That's the day of the incident. That's just a short while before he was embroiled in in that terrible attack. He must have been on his way back from buying some old books. That works. I guess we're here. I guess you're here, huh? The moment I found evidence, you're right here, buddy. Like, is this what you always want to do to me every time? You just making me just sit here and look for you, and then you're just like, you know what? I've been here the entire time. You just didn't see me the first time. Like, brother, why now did you just come out all of a sudden? I mean, we bowling, but come on now. I know he just does that, but I just want to know why you gonna keep doing this, bro. Like, why you gotta do this for? I'm out here vibing, chilling, waiting for him to come out. He said, "Nah, bro, I'm gonna come out when I say I come out." And he just starts coming out there. It's gonna be a regular day. I just sit there, just stare at him the entire time, looking at him. Just take me over to him. Just take me over to him. Ah, look, Mr. Naruhoda. Of course. Aha! There he is. Where did he appear from? He seems to be engrossed in the page of an old book. I hope he doesn't and won't mind if we disturb him. He's having fun. Yeah, he's having fun, all right. He's like, you fell into my trap card. But the logic and like the reasoning thing, logic and deduction crap, we be just having fun with that. The funny thing is, daggone Wilson actually does better. Well, Iris Wilson does way better with that anyway. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, you two. Good day. Now, let me see. Where was it that we met? Oh, Mr. Sholmes, we were together on the SS Bureau. Yes, of course, the Bureau. And let me see, what happened on that voyage? It was Cosmo Asagi. He died tragically, but you were a great help to us. Yes, but of course, the case of Mr. Asagi. It was the one with the snake, wasn't it? I mean, I guess. I mean, you want to say it's a snake. It's like you're half off, half right. There was a snake in the case, but it wasn't really that killed Asagi. But, I guess with, I was supposed to try to make the case make sense to say, oh yeah, it's a snake that did it. Sure, let's just let it work with that. Oh, well, you seem to remember something of it at least. What an honor to be remembered vaguely by the great Herlock Sholmes. This is Mr. Oh, no, Mr. My dear madam, hold your tongue. I pride myself on my superior powers of recollection. Your names are safely recorded in my brain attic. Okay. Miss Naruhoda and Mr. Susato. Half right, half wrong. But we ballin' regardless. Try the other way around, Mr. Sholmes. I lose the first round. Yeah, you're kinda getting us cooked, ain't gonna lie. You had us in the first half, not gonna lie. In truth, I had hoped to invite you both to my Baker Street suite the day we arrived in London. But some Scotland Yarders ambushed me at the railway station and whisked me away to the crime scene. It was an entirely trivial case, of course. I solved the matter in no more than 30 minutes. So they apprehended Sasaki-san in that short an amount of time? I'm afraid the pursuance of the new case has dulled my recollection of my past involvements a little. A little? It is a mistake to think one brain's attic has elastic walls and can extend to any extent. I do my best to forget useless facts, lest they should elbow out the useful ones. Yes, those are my own words of inevitable. I don't know what to say about this name. This name is ridiculous. Inevitable wisdom, you know, from an adventure entitled A Study in Scarlet. What is with these names? What is with your names? Please, there's no need to quote yourself. I don't always remember my pearls of wisdom, but fortunately my associate pens them beautifully. Iris Wilson, I'm assuming? Yep. I means Iris, I suppose. Mr. Sholmes, we have some extremely important questions to ask you about the trivial case you just mentioned. Goodness, what an earnest expression. My dear madam, I should be only too pleased. And this murky room is an apt place to discuss the Mercury case. Okay, we talk ask about this. Ah, the receipt for the books our astute Japanese friend purchased. I uncovered that yesterday morning. A marvelous find, wouldn't you agree? Oh yes, the work of a truly great detective. What a scattered-brained individual he must be to have left it behind. Curiously, there was no mention of this publication on the receipt. Odd, when you consider how fascinating it is. You mean not everyone in London buys Rance magazines every time they visit a shop? Yes, odd indeed. Like we should arrest this man at all costs. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, how expertly you slipped that into the conversation. Ah, I'm glad you agree. Whoa, I didn't hit square. Whoa. Detective stories can be great works of literature too, my dear fellow. Alright, let's talk then. Alright. Let me click real quick, chat. Let me click real quick. And I need to remind myself around 5 or 6, well, around 6-ish. Well, no, 5:40 actually, or 5:50 to know when to stop, because I got to stream Marvel Rivals again from yesterday, because I know the the new heroes are there, so I got to lock in on that. Let me see. Can I ask you about Mr. Natsume's arrest? Alright, sorry, Dion. My bad. My apologies. We know this must be the lodging of the Japanese foreign student by the name of Soseki Natsume. It seems that you assisted in his arrest, Mr. Sholmes, for the stabbing of a young woman outside here on Briar Run. Natsume. Yes, I believe it was a name rather along those lines. Miss Natsume denies it. Was it really justifiable to arrest him on so little? I'm sorry, Miss Susato, but I have not even the slightest idea what you mean. What? I can't believe he was looking Susato squarely in the eyes while feigning ignorance. I assure you I am not merely feigning ignorance. It would appear as if the pair of you are under some misapprehension. Oh, how so? I assure you I have no recollection of accusing your astute compatriots of the crime. But that doesn't make any sense. The good detective of Scotland Yard made the following request of me, and I quote verbatim: "We need you to ascertain the identity and whereabouts of a man seen fleeing the crime scene." Ah, a man seen fleeing? There were a number of books scattered on the pavement at the scene. From the book plates, I was quickly able to determine the bookshop from which they had been purchased. On speaking with the proprietor, I was immediately led to this address. Elementary, wouldn't you say? I mean, that's not your fault there. I mean, they just said, yeah, this guy right here said the answer. Like, bro, he didn't even say that. He was just trying to look it up. Come on. He didn't even do nothing wrong. He just said, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and find this guy. Oh yeah, the guy's right here. Yeah, this is his place right here. Boom. He didn't even go. Nah, that's actually crazy. I believe there's a receipt around here somewhere from the establishment in question. So, you don't think Mr. Natsume is the culprit then? That I could not tell you. But it was aggravating my faculties. Hence why I returned here. However, this place is such a trove of fascinating books, I found myself quite lost in bibliography. It's like bibliography and then all that stuff, and then just bibliophily. I don't know how to say that, but hey, you got it. Like philosophy. Or bibliophy, so hey, we got something going with that. Do not be deceived into believing that I am a man of leisure. No, 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 no. Oh dear. Ah, tell me. Have you encountered the landlord of these lodgings? Yes, Mr. Garadeb, a retired military man. It was the first time I've ever met a soldier from the great British institution that is in the services. And it was the first time I've ever met a maid from the great British institution that is a surface. That keeps on just burning him with hot tea the entire time. I didn't think it was that funny. I do apologize. As you may well be aware, many households in London employ a maid. Yes, I read as much in my Great Britain primer. And so, conversely, whether or not a household employs a maid has come to betoken the social standing of those dwelling therein. Hey, what's good, Rico? What's good, bro? What's good? What happened? Man, what happened, Rico? What happened, man? What happened? What? Girl at work or something? A guy at work? What happened, man? What happened? Like, what? They want to run hands, though? Like, look, I got you if you need to run hands, though. I got you if you need that, bro. I need you. I got you on that, bro. I got you on that. Betoken their social standing? Sorry? Put simply, my dear fellow, those who employ at least a single maid are considered middle class. Those who do not are beneath that. In the upper echelons of society, of course, households employ enough staff to constitute a large family. Goodness, how extraordinary. So that third, you started to what's one because I already had dedicated this. My stuff gone. Dang. Like you got the stuff gone. Like, how much of that? You did the whole thing, right? Wait, that means all your DLC and all that stuff's gone too? And the builds, if they have, wait, do they even have builds? I don't even know they have builds or not. I have not played Suicide Squad yet. I have not played that game yet, sadly. So I don't know what stuff's in there with it. I can't do this, bro. Me having the voice acting while I'm doing this is terrible. This is why I say they should have their own voice acting. Why can't they have their own voice acting like Metaphor? The only time Metaphor don't have that is if like you're doing like the other stuff, but that's ridiculous. Alright, as you can appreciate, for those on the precarious boundary between the middle and the lower classes, being able to afford just one maid is of the first importance. I had no idea. And it is for precisely that reason that I find great stimulation in the situation upstairs. Specifically in the retired Army veteran, Mr. John Garadeb. Oh? What's up? Affable as he is, the fellow is hiding something. Whether or not it imposes on the circumstances of this case, I am as yet unable to ascertain. I'm thoroughly lost on what he means to say. I think he's trying to say that the man upstairs is suspicious. Whether it goes to the case or not is up to them to decide, even if we don't know. The dinky room. This room is thoroughly suffocating for the soul, my dear fellow. I assure you, any man whose lot is to dwell in a place such as this will stab somebody sooner or later. Mr. Natsume has stabbed no one. Ah, but sooner or later, as I said. I don't believe that's the issue here. So we had burp. Alright. About this dark little room, Mr. Sholmes. Why is there no longer a window? Do you have any idea? No window? Well, I mean, I can clearly see there is a window of sorts. But it's been completely blocked with bricks. Ah, I see. The answer to that question is quite simple. Window tax. Window tax. You get taxed on windows? How you get taxed on windows? You get taxed on windows, dude. No, I'm sorry. You get taxed on windows? Like, no, I'm sorry. Now, that is disrespectful, bro. Imagine you go out there, you pay your house bill. Like, you out there paying, you pay your, your whole house, you pay your whole house off. You're like, all right, I got my house straight. I got the tax down on the house. You pay your light bills, you pay your water bills, you pay every bill possible, and then you forgot to pay your window bill. And they say, you know what? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You didn't pay your window bills, did you? Wait, what's a window bill? With the water. No, that is absolutely terrible. That is absolutely terrible, Chad. I'm sorry. If anyone has to pay a damn window tax, that is crazy. That's bad in my stream, but hey, no, you good, bro. You good. You're good, bro. You're good. But you having a window bill. That window thing is terrible. That window thing is terrible. But no, you good, man. You good. But I'm so flabbergasted. You have to pay a window bill? It's crazy. Why do you have to pay a window tax? Surely, not a tax on windows. Precisely that. But worse. Like, why you gotta pay a window tax? No, I'm sorry, bro. Like, no, that is crazy. If someone tells you gotta pay a window tax, I'm sorry, bro. That is not the house for you. I promise you. I've never even heard of a window tax. I know about a window fee, but not a window tax. Like, come on now. Even we on the window fee and all that stuff. It's over some dumb nuts. It's not even about how you have to pay for your window. Otherwise, they just put mortar and blocks out there with bricks. That's terrible, though. But oh my goodness, that thing's terrible. Until relatively recently, a tax was levied on households in this country by the number of their windows. Those of the lesser means have inherited a sizable and costly family home, perhaps rapidly closed windows up, while the rich opened windows here, there, and everywhere, in an effort to curry favor with those in power by furnishing them with large sums of tax money. How awful and unjust, forcing people to live in the rooms devoid of light. Indeed, disease was rife as a result. So, some 40 years ago, or thereabouts, the window tax was abolished. But its legacy remains, as you can see, in squalid lodgings such as these, for example. Suppose Mr. not to be dampened for living here in London isn't very generous, perhaps. It would appear so. I've done a little digging and discovered that these lodgings were offered at an extraordinarily low price. Because the room is so awful, I should think. Apparently, Mr. Natsume only moved in here about 1 week ago. Yes, that's correct. However, I don't believe the low rent is explained by the shabby nature of the accommodation. Oh? Still, that is of little relevance here. A matter not worthy of further attention. Are you sure? I'm curious now. Well, I believe I've told you all I can now. Thank you, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, yes, Mr. Naruhodo. Was it not your intention to become a practitioner of law? You remember that, did you? Will you perhaps be offering your services in this very matter, I wonder? To the occupant of this room, Mr. Natsume, was it? I'm not sure. Not sure? On what grounds? Well, I actually defended someone in court here only yesterday. Really? Well, then I congratulate you, sir, on the ambition realized, and so promptly, too. The thing is, it's really made me question things. Am I right to be leaving my clients to trust in their innocence? Yes, trust. Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Natsume didn't do it, did he? My dear fellow, I haven't the first idea. Oh, but I thought that's why you were here. Did you come back to investigate? Ah, yes, that was indeed my initial intention. But there are simply too many fascinating books here. I couldn't possibly ignore them. Oh, I see. Nevertheless, there are two facts that I can state quite unequivocally. The man who fled the scene of the crime 2 days ago was the Japanese occupant of this room, and there are witnesses who swear to have seen the same man commit the crime. This is all I can say. Ah, and one more thing. Oh, what is it, Mr. Sholmes? Tell us. I cannot say with any certainty whether or not it is of relevance to this case, but I am quite sure that the retired army man who owns this property is hiding something. Indeed he is. Mr. Garadeb is? Mr. Sholmes said as much before, actually, didn't he? Anyway, at the present, that is really all that plays on my mind in relation to this case. Mr. Naruhodo, as yet, our investigations have uncovered nothing that could help establish Mr. Natsume's innocence. No, you're right. Perhaps it's time we probed a little deeper into Mr. Garadeb's secret. Just remember, I cannot be sure whether the landlord's secret will prove to be of relevance or not. But I wish you every success, of course, Mr. Naruhodo. That's nice. A busy man indeed. He's gone back to his books in the corner of the room. It's time! Welcome back, man. Welcome back. Now it's time to go out there and talk to this maid and this stupid tail dude. Well, it should be the other way around. The dude and the stupid tail maid. But hey. Ah, you pair again. Tell me, was the detective chap, I forget his name, still hard at work down there? Mr. Herlock Sholmes? Ah, yes. Rings a vague bell. All that detective business isn't really my thing, I'm afraid. Well, Sholmes is in his element down there. Jolly good show. Another cup of tea, if you please, Joan. Now then, why don't you tell me what... Ah! For the umpteenth time, woman, will you watch what you're bally well doing? I shall be serving dinner shortly, sir. Ah, yes, of course. Frightfully rude of me, but I'm afraid I shall have to ask you to take your leave if you'd be so kind. Oh yes, of course. We are deeply grateful for all your assistance. Not at all, not at all. Don't get much of a chance to talk with young foreigners like yourself. It's been a pleasure. Best of luck and all that. Perhaps you could see yourself out. According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garadeb is hiding something. And since no other avenues of investigation seem to be open to us at the moment, perhaps we should do some digging. Oh my goodness, bro. This dude was in the... He was in the book thing. And now he's out the window. Bro, can you stop with this already, sir? You're always out here. You're doing weird stuff every time. I know, I know Raph said something about it, but bro, why are you still out here, bro? He's just out here in the window, just standing on the window. They're not even saying anything to this. They're not even looking behind them. The maid's not even saying nothing. The maid's just still looking at us. And this dude too. And he's just there. Like, whatever, you got it, sir. Hey, whatever, you got it. What's he doing over there? Mr. Sholmes? Aha! We meet again, my dear fellows. Good gracious! When did you sneak in here? Literally, I don't know how he does this stuff. Sherlock Sholmes, sir, at your service. Whatever were you doing over there by the window? I am given to watch the evening sky at the sunsets, madam. Yet sadly cheerful as the room downstairs undoubtedly is, it lacks an aperture for such observation. So I took the liberty of borrowing a small corner of space by the window up here. Well, keeping an eye on the one's window at dusk is the prudent thing to do in London, I'm gathering. And one other thing, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, me? I thought perhaps you might be in need of a certain great detective's great mind. Wait, he's not talking about... Is he? I didn't expect to be going through that again so soon. Do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Is he talking about the logic and deduction thing, or logic and reason thing? There's a mighty secret in this modest room. Buys even the most trivial of trifles. I take it you're prepared, Mr. Naruhodo? I think so. There's just time for one of my greatly admired great deductions. Let's conclude the matter before dark. I guess we're here with it. It's talking. He's about to spit some facts. Okay, let's see you spitting. No, hold up. Though it would seem you are a military man of considerable distinguished service. So I can't believe my stuff is gone. I just said, but wait, why do they do that? It's like you have to like keep your like, does it not save your data and stuff with it? I don't know why I don't do that though. I mean, yeah, why does Suicide Squad not do that though? I thought it would do that. Like even if you delete it, as long as you don't like full on get rid of everything. But I don't know about that thing. That thing's kind of ridiculous. And hold up, I gotta yawn. I gotta keep yawning every time. I'll be tired. Sure. I don't know, man. Like Suicide Squad on some nonsense, bro. Hopefully, hold up. Wait, hold up. Is Gotham Knights good for you on your side, then? So I gotta ask that. Is Gotham Knights good? Cause I don't want that to be messed up either, though. Okay, your standings as a landlord is most certainly not what one might call first rate. I'm afraid, sir, that is all too clear to me. There are two conclusions I have been able to draw by carefully observation of your living arrangements. Okay, you said Gotham Knights school? Okay, Gotham Knights school. Okay, make sure. I beg your pardon. The first is that even as we speak, you are concealing the presence of a ferocious beast in your camp. And the second is that as a result of the beast's violent rampage, you have lost something very dear to you. Now hold it, look. Romance broken out of a cold sweat. Unbelievably, it seems Mr. Sholmes' conclusions are both spot on. How could you possibly? How could I possibly know? You mean to inquire? The answers couldn't be simpler, sir. In the dense jungle of logic and reasoning, I am the king of beasts. He out there spitting. He out there trying to spit facts. And I know only too well that wild beasts are not easily tamed. So, shall we begin? Once again, Sherlock Sholmes is proud to present Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. I ain't gonna lie. You got it, bro. I'm finna go out there and give me some water. I'll give me some water. You your little great deductions. The game's on the foot. Crap. Alright, let's hope he cooks. Chat, let's hope he cooks. Highly doubt it, but let's see if he cooks. It certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see that a fearsome beast has been on the rampage of late with these four walls. Thus we are faced with the question, what form might this beast take? Ah, for a man with a military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly candid. Aye. Your furtive glance, Mr. Garadeb, leads us directly to the answer. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by the lion statue. I had a feeling he was going to point at that, funny enough. I had a feeling he was going to point to that. Funny enough, I don't know why, but it's crazy. Yes, though an army man, you appear unimposing at best. A fact that has fueled your admiration for the mighty lion, the king of beasts. What is this piffle, I ask you? In the end, your admiration became so great, in fact, that you had a living, breathing specimen shipped from India, which you tried to keep in this very house. What? Oh, that man got a scar in his face. Oh, that man got a scar in his face. Yet, living with such a wild beast proved more difficult than you had imagined. The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence. Well, yet as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have appeared to, madam? Me? I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it's plain to me, with one glance in your direction, it is. Your dress pocket gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. For protruding from it is a handbill advertising a circus show. Ah. Yes, you sought to dispose of this terrifying lion, Mr. Garadeb, at Batty's Circus, a traveling show currently sojourning in a nearby park. I have observed the tents. You sold the savage lion, sir, to the circus troupe. I most certainly did not. I believe I have made my point. The fearsome beast which ran amok in this room was an Indian lion. And a simple visit to the circus now will reveal the lion prancing jubilantly through the ring of fire. Okay, yeah, he thinks he's an actual lion. Okay, let's get to the topic 2. The aftermath. Okay, let's talk then. Now, Mr. Garadeb, it is plainly clear that you still have some deep feelings for this formidable beast. Indeed, that blight pose that the stress this loss has caused you is veritably tangible. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders, the pain you feel being revealed by that supporting arm. Well, if you mean his face on the other side, then sure. Amid fits of tears, you let your beloved beast go. The strain of losing someone or something so dear to you is clearly visible in your visage. Nonsense, man. I simply... But what? We must now ask ourselves, is the true case of this pain, or the true cause of this pain? The case and the cause of the pain. You know what I'm saying? You gotta say cause and the case of the pain. You know what I'm saying? Gotta make it a little interesting. And we need only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yes, it is the pile of bills that has rise to the pain you suffer. Every envelope contains another demand for payment. Ah. There you go. For cartloads of meat, potatoes, wheat, and tea. Indeed, feeding your beloved has had a devastating impact on the financial circumstances of your household. And so you had no other choice but to let it go. Yes, well, Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? The aftermath of which can be clearly seen by observing the carpet over there. A very expensive woolen carpet, if I'm not mistaken. Oh dearie me. What could have possibly caused such a destructive outburst? Ah. This time, madam, I'm afraid it was you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wandering eye has settled upon the answer very neatly indeed. Yes, to explain the dire situation of the carpet, we need only look at the Tower of Cakes. Well, no, it's the candles, but okay. Do you not see the third one? Bro, he don't see the third one. It's gone. Okay. Ah. There's no creature more dangerous on this earth than a beast with an unsatiated appetite. Was it or was it not? What's said by a certain noblewoman? If they had no bread, let them eat cake. Food is at the heart of all tragedy. In fact, whatever do you mean? Having tired of this taste of cake, the beast gets to stalk its next prey. I'm sure I need not dispel out the nature of this final act of destruction carried out by the beast. There's only one logical conclusion. Worked into a frenzy by hunger, the lion attacked and ate the carpet. The teeth of bark in the carpet are a perfect match with those of a lion I once saw in India. Okay, everything seems easy. We can just beat this. We'll be alright. Thus concluded, Herlock shows great deduction of this beastly puzzle. Okay, let me cook. Y'all, you ain't cooking, bro. He don't even know what he's talking about. He thinks he's smoking on the weed. Ah! What is the matter with you, Joan? You're pouring scalded hot tea all over me. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Garrideb. I'm afraid I didn't notice. My deductions can be startlingly sharp. It stands to reason that your cup runneth over. Indeed, my revelations can make people spill tears at times too. Oh. Really? Mr. Shope, sorry to butt in, but yeah, again. But could I make an observation? Why, certainly, Mr. Naruhodo. What is it again? Well, your deduction is just now. Do you really think a lion could have fit inside a room this size? Indeed, it's the only explanation for the facts. Bro, what about the candle that's right there? Literally, the cake thing, you literally had it right. You almost had it right. You just literally said the cake. Bro, same thing beside the cake. That thing's a candle. How you not think a candle's there? Like, come on, you bubbled that bag bad. That's the main one I'm more disappointed about you at. You should definitely be the main one you got right. Like, come on. But hey, you gotta know, we ballin' though. The terrifying truth all too often lies beyond the realms of common sense. Bro, you lost your common sense the moment you said a cake instead of daggone candle. But wouldn't it be an idea to consider what lies inside the realms of common sense as well? But if an uncaged lion had run amok in this very room, surely Mr. Garrideb and the maid would have been hurt or worse, or eaten alive. Ah, that's where you are stuck. No doubt the former military man had held his own against the beast using that large cannon. Bro, if he used that cannon is hitting the lion and boofing the lion out of the way. It's like boom, boom. He's gonna break through the daggone. Either he break it through the window, or breaking something else out there other than the shelves over there. I thought you said that they sold the lion to the circus. And what about the food? Meat and potatoes are the one thing, but I don't believe I have ever seen a lion that drinks tea. Nor eats cake. I don't think I've seen a lion eat cake. And I don't think Alex would count. Did Alex even eat cake? If he did, I apologize, but like, I don't even think he eats cake. Ah, my dear Mr. Sato, it occurs to me with some regularity. But irrespective of race and breeding, whenever it lands in Great British soil, there are views with a highly appropriate taste for an afternoon tea. That sounds like crap. Oh, what a glorious notation. Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, it's your turn to shine again. I had a feeling that was coming. A slight massage, that's all Mr. Shown deduction needs. You can do it. Excellent. I've been waiting for my trusty partner in deduction to step forward, Mr. Naruhodo. We don't even know yet whether or not this is going to help Mr. Natsume's case. Still, uncovering the truth is always worthwhile, whatever the motivation. At least, that's what I want to believe. Let us start again. From the beginning of Herlock Sholmes' logic and reasoning spectacular. Now, everything else that he says, I'm not reading that crap. Unless it comes down to the other parts of it. So we don't have to read that part. We don't have to read that. We see that. It looks like he's looking at the woman. Now we don't have to read this because, okay, now he thinks it's the lion. Okay, now let me talk. Okay, I really didn't see the lion thing coming. I honestly didn't. Well, I expected he was going to say something about that lion, but about the beast. But hey, that's crazy work, though. No, but if you observe Mr. Gyarados' reaction, it rather seems as though some beast did indeed run amok here in this room. Yes, something with a very fierce nature. But it couldn't have been a lion transporter from India. So, what was it then? We must follow Mr. Gyarados' gaze. That will lead us to the truth. Okay. What's this photograph? It appears to be from Mr. Gyarados' wedding. He looks very happy, doesn't he? He does, but you can't make out his bride. No. How unfortunate. Something must have struck the glass directly over the woman's face. I wonder what happened. Probably not best to delve too deeply there.
Take that!
Maybe that. Let's see if that's the one, though. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that newlywed bride. There you go. Precisely, Mr. Naruhodo. No other explanation could possibly fit. Yes, this framed print pictures your wife, Mr. Gyarados. And while we lament the fact that her face is obscured, we can still make out her mighty arms and note the considerable horsepower they must contain. Indeed, surely any woman of such powerful constitution would be honored to be described as a beast. Honored might be stretching a point. Too late. The fact remains that the beast, which so clearly savaged this room, was her wife, Mr. Garadeb. Yeah. The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence. Well, and there you go. That's what he talks about the beast in question. We don't have to read this. Because it could be him. It could be her. Wait, what if she's the... Wait, what? She might be the wife. Oh. Okay, yeah, there you go. There we go, now let's talk. The poor, fragile, defenseless woman is beside herself. Well, I don't know about fragile. Oh, dear. Anyway, Mr. Sholmes is quite right. There's no sign of Mr. Mrs. Garadeb anywhere. But it seems there might be a clue on her whereabouts. A clue that this maid is trying to hide. I wonder where Mr. Garadeb's wife could be. Let's see. There we go. She's wearing a very large wedding ring. Look. Oh yes, a sunflower's design. Some rather nice embellishments. I have to look at that because I didn't know if I was bugging anything in particular. And it's on the ring finger of her left hand, which means it's sure that wedding ring. It looks like it's on the thing for the life of her. I can't imagine it would slide off that finger that easy. That size. There's something to think about, Miss Naruto, not to say. Do you know Mr. Garadeb's wife in the photo had a ring much like this one? It was a large sunflower design as well. Really? You have a great memory for these things. A large sunflower wedding ring. It's quite a coincidence that they have the same ring, isn't it?
Take that!
Beside that, it's on your wedding ring. There you go. Your wedding ring gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. Ah, there you go. Indeed it does. That flowery band gleaming on your finger gives you away. For it is identical to the one shown on the hand of Mr. Garrideb's bride in this photographic print. There you go. In other words, you are no ordinary household maid. No. You are Mr. Garrideb's lucky bride. You are Mrs. Garrideb herself. Oh my word. Indeed. Couch slipping. Time to cut this light on real quick, because we cook it too much. Well, jolly fine detecting, sir. As you're rightly surmised, this is my wife. Yes, my Joan. Rather let herself go, you might say, but she was a valley corker. It would appear that you don't live in the most comfortable of circumstances. And plus, she didn't like you saying in the comments to her. That's kind of crazy work. Couldn't be me. After all, you're a retired army man, yet you are in the business of renting out rooms. I would assume, therefore, you have insufficient means to employ a maid. Would that be correct? It's not right, I tell you. I was second lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment. A man has his pride, don't you know? By golly, it's a sorry thing when a chap can't even afford to have a single maid in his employ. Yes, here in London, one is rather judged. A household cannot be considered worthy of society if it employs no staff at all. Though, in my considered opinion, such concerns about appearances are just in our folly. You mean Mr. Garrideb has his wife, or has his maid? Precisely. Am I right, Mr. Garrideb? Only in company, obviously, but listen here. This must remain a secret. Tip-top secret, please. There we go. So let me ask you then. Let's go. Stuff feels like crap. Now, I'm not reading this crap because I don't have to. Yes, he's not lying about that. Mr. Jones is quite something. He's still calling Mr. Garrideb's wife a beast. Well, I mean, he's not lying about that. She is definitely a beast. Yes, as a woman, that feels rather uncomfortable. Well, I mean, to be fair, she kind of is she's a raging beast. She rages somewhere. She's a raging beast. Must go, Mrs. Garrideb. I can't say it because it's just hilarious, though. Alright, but Mrs. Garrideb is standing beside her husband as we speak. In other words, he hasn't lost his beloved at all, has he? Well, I mean, he probably thinks he lost his wife because, you know, like, things happen, you know? Oh, how true. So perhaps that supporting arm that seems to be propped up his head has some other significance then. According to Mr. Schultz, Mr. Garrideb's pain is tangible, though. What could that pose really signify? That slap cheek. Oh my. Look at that bright red mark. Yeah, she slapped the taste out that man. She had the little, she had it right there. It was like right here, right here. It was then right here. It was right here with it. Then right here. It was looking like these right there. It was looking like these. She said, boop. It looked like these. You already know that slap mark. You know that slap mark hurts, bro. If it stays there, that thing hurt, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that thing hurt. That thing was terrible. Gosh, that's quite something, and clearly made by somebody's hand. Yes, Mr. Garrideb has been slapped On the face, it seems. Hard. I've never seen such a clearly defined mark. Whoever could have done such a thing? Well, there's a very limited number of candidates, I'd say.
Take that!
But it's your slapped cheek, though, because you got slapped hard there. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders, the pain you feel being revealed by that slapped cheek. And of course, the deliverer of that oppressive mark on your cheek that refuses to fade was you, Madame Joan Garadeb? Well, yes. And she's just happy. She's happy that she slapped the man, too. That's crazy work. She's happy and everything. You have been desperate to hide that slap mark on your cheek, sir. How the blazes? How'd you work that out, man? Well, I mean, bro, you're doing this. If you're doing this the entire time like this, like you're starting so shady, like, I would think there's something on your face. I would think so too. Nothing escapes the notice of the one trained in the arts of observation, my dear fellow. That's where you haven't looked directly at us even once. To keep your other side from view. Well, Now, let us proceed to the next conundrum. Why were you subjected to such a violent slap? In other words, we must ask ourselves what caused Madame Garadeb to fly into rage. And we only need to follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yes, it is the pile of bills that was given to raise the pain you suffer. Didn't Mr. Sholmes say that the bills were all for the lion fodder? Yes, but now we've established that the lion never existed. Which can only mean that the responsible for gobbling up all that food was Mr. Garadeb's wife. Mr. Naruhoda, she's a person, not a thing. Yes, well, she's also a person who gave her husband a mighty slap around the face. One so hard that it left a perfect hand mark, in fact. Yes, why would a woman want to hit her husband with such force, I wonder? I'd love to know the answer to that question. Wait, wait a minute. Let me see that bookmark real quick. Ah, someone must be reading this book at the moment. There's a bookmark here, look. Mr. Garadeb is clearly an avid reader. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think this is a bookmark. Oh no, so it isn't. It's a note. Written in a woman's hand. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. And look next to the signature here. Lip marks made with lipstick. Oh, what a passionate and romantic gesture. Don't get any ideas, Susato-san. Oh dear, I'm sorry. So this bookmark is actually a love note then.
Take that!
Indeed, it's a love note. Let me talk to you. Yes, it's this love note that has given you rise to the pain you suffered. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. Passionate indeed. And look at her, she about to crash out instantly. She about to crash out. Look at her face, she got that fist balled up. She about to throw heads. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. If you got a wife like that, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You gotta take the L, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. If anything happens, you're kinda just cooked. But anyway, perhaps the sender of this note, a certain Miss Mary, is the fly in the ointment here. God, oh, dang, she just tastes such a mouth. But I don't know the Bali woman. Why she keeps slapping me? Yeah, dang, she's back to it again. Dang. Wait, you don't know her? That note wasn't written to me. It was just in the book. I don't know how it got there. It was just in there, you say? That's right. That's what I've been saying. Ah! A likely story. Now listen, Joan, you old thing. I explained at the time. I bought the book here at the second-hand place, and that note must have already been in there. So the previous owner of the book was using the note as a bookmarking aid. That's right. That's what I've been saying. Ah! For Pete's sakes, woman! A likely story. For heaven's sake, woman! Look at the name. It's written to James. That's crazy, bro. She's mad, and his name ain't even James. See, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You gotta cook, buddy. You gotta cook, bro. Your name is John, not even James. Joan and John sitting in a tree. Yeah, she get physical, alright. Look at that. That's why I didn't say her name at first. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. She keeps doing you dirty, bro. Like, how does she not know? It's literally just James. My name is, in that case, if you forgot, it's John. Ah! Bro. A likely story. Bro, I'm telling y'all. Hey, look. Hey, yo, women, am I right? Women, am I right? Nah, women, am I right? Are you questioning my name now? Dang. She's slapping you, too. And there we have it. Yeah, bro. Men, we don't know what we did. Yeah, he don't even know what he did wrong, and he's just getting slapped. Arouse the suspicion of the female heart, and you unleash a beast with the most voracious bite. Ain't gonna lie, you deserve that, bro. You deserve that. Now, in the final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack. Hold up, he says, I had to play submissions, but at least they gave me Joker Death Rope back, so okay with that. Okay, that's good at least, that's good at least. Unimaginable? The aftermath of which can be clearly seen by observing the carpet over there. A very expensive woolen carpet, if I'm not mistaken. So I haven't played Deathstroke yet, so I'm thinking of playing him when we play. Oh, that's not. We can work with that. Oh, dearie me. What could have caused such a destructive outburst? This time, madam, I'm afraid it is you who have inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wondering eyes has settled upon the answer very neatly indeed. There you go. Yes, to explain the dire situation in the state of the carpet, we need only look at the Tower of Cakes, which is the candle, not the cake. But surely Miss Garrett didn't eat the carpet. I mean, unless she's a hungry woman and wants to eat more. No, of course not. But there doesn't seem to be any doubt that the state of disarray in this room is a result of her wild temper. No, that's true. So this is the last part of Mr. Strom's seduction that we need to fix. We need only to follow Mrs. Garadeb's gaze, and that will tell us the real answer. Right. Let's see what we can do. Yes.
Take that!
The candlestick. That should have been the obvious one out there. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only to look at the candlestick. Most illuminating, my dear fellow, and of course the possible way out of this logical labyrinth. Yes, the remnants of the ferocious attack in which the carpet was devoured are clearly visible. Right here. Indeed they are. The scorch marks at the edge clearly gave the truth away. Scorch marks? It would appear that this room was the scene of a little marital altercation. Miss Garadeb's mighty arm must have left an impression not only on her husband's face, but on the entire room. The force of her strike caused the candle to fall from the holder. In the seconds, the carpet was alight. And the whole carpet, or the whole quarter of the room, in flames. But I mean, must say the whole carpet. I mean, I was surprised the whole carpet didn't just go out there and in flames. Like, whew. I'm surprised they didn't just do that instantly. Yes, For the most ferocious beast in the world is neither a violent lion nor a vengeful woman, but fire. And in this room, the ferocious beast bared its claws and ran amok. Eloquently put, my dear fellow. So you see, there is but one conclusion here. After the sparks of the barrel of discord flew, this room was the seat of a fire. There you go. Mr. Sholmes, sir. I salute you. Well, they should be saluting me too. I'm the one who helped out too. But hey, deduction complete. Elementary. It's these dashed long winter nights, you know. Nothing to do but read in front of a fire. Luckily, there's a jolly good second-hand bookshop just around the corner. Buy all my old novels there. And in this page of the one particular novel, you discovered some rather illicit material. For which your wife admonished you hardly, it seems. Don't know about admonished. Demolished might be rather closer to the mark. And beast is most certainly an apt. Here we go again. And the carpet, was that destroyed by the fire when the candle fell on the floor? Afraid to say it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, you know. The whole place filled with smoke. Couldn't see a bally thing. It was caught between the old stick's rage and the raging flames. You paint a horrid picture, sir. One that would have been most entertaining. That's sympathy for you. Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. The bally furniture started going up as well. We had to hide the mess before the screen for the time being. Over here, Mr. Garrett? Well, you have nothing more to hide now, if you allow me. Had all my favorite old novels in that case. But as soon as the fire got a hold of them, that was it. Whoosh, up in smoke. Gosh. Then the wife started hurling things at me. What a terrible sight it must have been. There I was, backing up against the window under a heavy enemy fire. Unnecessary books, and coming 10 to the dozen. Worst of all is I lost my favorite book called The Lion's Pride. The Lion's Pride? Yes, your notorious love of big cats coming through again. I assure you the title didn't influence my choice in the slightest. So the poor man really did lose something dear to him as a result of the ferocious beast rampage. Mr. Sholmes' deductions turned out to be correct once again. It can only be described as a great British wonder. I tell you, it was a total carnage. Flames everywhere and the old stick in full fettle. Out of interest, what time of day was that? Not sure I can remember. It was only 2 days ago now. Let's see, around 5 o'clock I think? So exactly the exact same time. The terrifying incident was unfolding outside your window on the street below. Even more terrifying on the inside, I can assure you. The whole blighty could have been flattened outside my window at that moment, and I wouldn't have noticed a dashed thing. Oh, really? Man, just apologize to the man. Like, the man did, like, look, see, look, she ain't even apologized to him. She just smacked him, said, likely story. Like, I'm telling you, guys can't do that. If girls do that, they're okay. But if the guys do that, it ain't working for them. They get smacked across the map. And you're gonna have to be like, men, we don't know what we did. Like, I promise you, that thing's terrible. Mr. Sholmes. Yes, Mr. Naruhoda, what can I do for you? Well, I think we've got to the bottom of this Mr. Gyarados situation now. But what does it have to do with Mr. Natsume's circumstances? I can't help you there, I'm afraid. What? My dear fellow, if you recall... Oh, sorry on. I did say as much from the outset. I warned you that although I knew the retired man was hiding something, I could not be sure whether his secret would prove to be of relevance or not. That's true. Wait, maybe if someone says something about smoke, it might help our case. I just knew you were going to say that. Ha 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 ha. Now, Mr. Naruhoda, you mustn't lose heart. Bear in mind that all things fall into one of only two categories: those relevant to the case and those are not, and those not. That makes no sense to me. Well, no matter. It is of far greater importance that you make up your mind now. Sorry. Visiting hours at the prison will be soon over. Oh no, is it? Already? If we're to accept Miss Natsume's case, we have to officially paperwork to attend to. So that's it. No more time to think? Perhaps you'd like to betake yourself to bidding us farewell now? I must prepare supper for Mr. Gyarados. Oh yes, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you both very much for your time. Sake-san will be waiting for us, and I'm going to have to give him an answer. We now have evidence of this stuff, but I ain't gonna lie. But like, that's crazy though. She really would go out there and smack the man. It's crazy work. I understand that, you know, that, you know, things happen, but like, bro, dang, you ain't gotta do that to him. Alright, we talked to you, bro. Wait, what? It's time, bro, I went to the prison! Hair carrot. Oh. What's the matter? It looks like something's going on over there in front of Mr. Gyarados' house. I was trying to go to the prison and then things happen. I was trying to go to the prison and then this guy came out of nowhere! I know thee not, old man. Fall to thy prayers. Who are you calling old man, you rum-looking niminy-piminy? There are more important things in heaven and earth, Horato, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Who's this Horato fellow, eh? What are you on about? Excuse me. What the? Who are you now? I'm sorry, it's just looked as though there might be some problem here. My associate here, Marinosuke Naruhoda, is a lawyer, you see. A lawyer? What? If I could be of any assistance, I'd be happy to help. I'm from Japan, but I've studied English law. Tisk. Fine, I'll be on me way for now. But mark my words. This ain't over yet. Get thee to a nunnery. Do I look like a bloomin' nun to you? This man smiling too much for our good. I do hope you're not injured. Oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so gentle. Thank you. What was that all about? There are more important things in heaven and earth, Horato, that are more dreamt of in your philosophy. I'm not Horato either. Forgive the inquiry, sir, but are you a lodger here in the Gyarados residence? Oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so right. Yes, I dwell in this humble abode. Mr. Gyarados mentioned that he had another lodger, didn't he? This must be the man. Do you happen to know the other lodger who lives on the first floor? Oh yes, a gentleman named Natsume. Oh, more worthy of polemist in the battle of words near could there be. Sorry, battle, did you say? Who is the stronger Who was the stronger, Hamlet or Macbeth? Mr. Natsume and I sparred long in the night to the night. I see. I don't fully understand, but it seems Mr. Natsume and this gentleman are acquaintances at least, or rivals at the very best. So fair maiden, so good gentleman. I can tarry here no longer. Fare thee well. I didn't really understand him, but I think he's returned to his room. It seems he's unaware about what happened to Mr. Natsume, so he can't help at us. So with Sasaki-san and the man as lodgers, the Garadeb house is certainly full of eccentrics. Anyway, I'll go find the carriage. Yes, I'm sure Mr. Natsume is eagerly waiting our return. So we can get to prison before that visiting hours are over. February 19th, 6:31 p.m. Local prison, cell 9. Oh, it's you. You're here. You came. Locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. I can't believe you came back. I'm so touched. We are so sorry that kept you waiting, Mr. Natsume. Oh, no. Think nothing of it. Relax. If I were a cat, I would purr with pleasure at the company of such fine compatriots. Noble, nourishing, never falling, Nipponese. Oh, now, let's not get carried away. Oh, I quite agree. Wait, what? There's nothing more reassuring than the familiarity of one's native land? On the other hand, wait, who's talking? Oh, it is through friendship transcending international borders that one truly appreciates the fact. Such is my belief, at least. Oh, it's yes. It's you! The miserable frightened spy! Sherlock Holmes! Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing here? I have no intention of doing anything per se. Save observing, of course. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Well, having encountered some curious reading material into that gloomful room, and having unmasked the secret identity of that eccentric pair, I thought I should drop in on my way home to see how the visited friend is faring. Gloomful room? At least their accommodation here offers a window, my dear fellow. In that sense, it is a superior option. Anyway, I must commend you on your taste in books. My day has been delightful, and cost me not a penny. Ah, you! How dare you! Sherlock Holmes! I've had it. I'm through. I'm at the end of my rope. I should never have come to Great Britain. It was a terrible mistake. Haunted by spirits in those accursed lodgings. No doubt my luck would be cursed in tomorrow's trial as well. My whole life has been cooked. I'm not saying that word, though. What are you thinking, Mr. Naruhodo? He mentioned that once before, didn't he? That his lodges were cursed, I mean. And there is much truth in Mr. Mustache's word. What? Cursed is a wholly appropriate description, I would say, for the man's lodgings, and indeed for tomorrow's trial. What's that supposed to mean? Do we keep balling? Do we ball? I guess we ballin'. Mr. Natsume, what did you mean when you said by just now about the trial tomorrow being cursed? Oh no. Why are you looking so grave? You're making me nervous. I was just getting carried away, that's all. I didn't mean anything by it. Oh, I see. That's really agitated him. You don't mean that the trial really is cursed somehow? Are you referring to the prosecutor? The Reaper of Bailey? The Reaper? Oh no, what do you mean? Please, tell me, summarize. It's luckily in 16 salient words. Hold on. Dang, he really did do 60 words. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. No defendant has ever survived a trial in which the Reaper stands for the prosecution. Ever. Oh my goodness, can it really be true? That was 16 words exactly! Exactly. That was literally 16 words he did. I had to read that thing. I said, wait, I had to count the thing. I was like, dang, he out there did 60 words. Yesterday, Mr. Naruhodo successfully defended someone against the Reaper. But then, after the trial was over, the defendant passed away in unusual circumstances. Mr. McGill did. What? What? Ah, I am impressed, Mr. Sato. You have an eye for detail. Actually, the Lord Chief Justice told us. Mr. Sholmes, surely it can't be that having failed to have the accused convicted, Lord Van Seeks killed the man himself. Oh no, he couldn't have, surely. You have some wonderful notations. Sorry? The man isn't a mass murderer, he's a court prosecutor, my dear fellow. Oh, yes. Why? Of course he is. Of course he is. Then why are you trying to scare me? It could have been said, however, that the real truth about the man is even more terrifying than your hypothesis. What on earth do you mean by that? There we go. Van Stakes is quite an exceptional man. However, in London Court of Laws, exceptional does not equate to winning every case. Without exception. That's good. I just took a 53-minute phone call, bro. I'm over it. Hey man, why you taking a 53-minute call, bro? Like, what you get called for? That's good. Saki-san looks like he's going to cry tears of joy. As you are no doubt aware, and let me see how my phone is. Okay, wait, did someone just text me? Oh, they telling me that my thing's updated. Okay, that's fine, Okay, I had to make sure. They're just telling me that that thing's been updated. Alright, good. As you are no doubt aware, in the British criminal trial, there is both a judge and a jury. Old people, man, they're like little toddlers. It's so cute, but it's no annoying. I mean, hey, some, old people gotta ask, man. Look, man. Hey, I'd rather be asking than not asking than to get cooked in the process. So I can't say nothing. Hey, you gotta do that for my grandma, though. But my grandma, you cannot tell my grandma anything now. You gotta let my mom be there for that one. The judge officiates based on the letters of the law, whilst the jury offers public opinions and common sense. It is an excellent system, whereby the defendant's guilt is considered from several points of view. However, public opinion in particular is somewhat easily manipulated. Agreed, that is very true, that's very true. Right. Criminals and corrupted lawyers, for that matter, can use it to their advantage. By any means at their disposal, contriving evidence, calling imposters as witnesses, and so on. By such underhanded means, those who would want to are able to sway the jury, which means that even in the light of irrefutable evidence, the prosecution can fail. But it means the wrong verdict can be passed. And sadly, it is from time to time, my dear madam. It is simply the reality of the situation. And that's alright. However, those indicated, or indicted by Lord Van Seeks cannot escape justice. Their fate is sealed. Oh my. Though the education may see them leave the courtroom with their freedom, within months, they all disappear. It is most striking. Disappear? But how? Ah, by all manner of misfortune, sir. Perhaps they are trampled under a passage carriage. Perhaps they are fallen to the Thames and drowned. Perhaps they are suddenly overcome by a raging fever, or perhaps attacked by Wayman, or whatever. Oh, no. It's a weird way if we say Wayman. I don't even know, have heard of that. All examples of reality of events here in London, I'm afraid, Mr. Naruhodo. I knew it. I'm dead. Dead for. Dude! When you said a cursed lodgings before, you were referring to your room at Mr. Garadeb's house, I assume. Do you mean to say that you believe the place is cursed? It has been a year now since I came to Great Britain. But I had been to London for a week before I started noticing strange feelings in myself. That didn't take long then. Everywhere I looked, there was a foreign face staring at me, laughing behind my back. I was sure people were talking about me, so I started to become nervous about going outside. They were all staring at me, all the time, from dawn till dusk. So I shut myself in my room, but even that didn't help. The fear wouldn't go away. You must have been lonely, having been away from your homeland for such a long time. I've had them move a number of times, most recently to the room on Briar Road a week ago now. Yes, why did you choose there? It seems a little inconvenient. The rent is cheap. I have so little money it appealed to me straight away. Of course, I asked why it was so affordable. The landlord just simpered and said, "The room is cursed." Oops. And he quickly tried to cover up his mistake, but it was too late, so I told him, "If you have something to say, then say it, but if not, don't mention it in the first place." Yes, well said. But it was true. It was all true. You mean the room really is cursed then? Ever since I've moved into that windowless nightmare, my sleep has been plagued with nightmares. I always feel as though I've been choked to death. And in my waking hours, people are stabbed in the front of me as I walk down the streets. I'm branded a killer and thrown in prison. Nobody wants to know me. I'm surrounded by scary, sinister spirits. If only there was someone, just one person on my side. Can no one find it in his or her heart to believe in me? Really no one at all? To believe. Yes, to believe. Mr. Sholmes. Ah, me, Mr. Naruhodo? Pray tell, what can I do for you? It's about the case on the SS Bureau, if you recall. The Bureau? The Bureau? Ah, that case. The one with the stake? Well, yes. At that time I was a suspect, but you believed in me and listened to my side of the story. And you helped us to investigate. I did I? Interesting. What I want to know is why. Why did you believe in me? I see, yes, you mean... because you were a grimly dressed Eastern fellow found in the victim in a locked room. Well, yes, if you like, yes. I'm a little surprised that the answer requires explanation, my dear fellow. It's quite simple, really. You said I didn't do it. But I could have been lying! Surely you must have had your doubts. You must have suspected me a little. The music just stops. I'm just going to look at the thing. I just did a little pay run with Joker and Deathstroke. I really don't know who I like better. They're both fun. Hey, we're having fun. That's what's the point, man. I think perhaps you may have misunderstood. I neither recall believing in you, nor in that which you were telling me. What? You see, the only thing I believe in are those I choose to believe in. Oh, he's cooking. What? What do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? I make up my own mind about what is to be believed and what is not. If I should like to believe it so that I do, the circumstances could hang as far as I'm concerned. But I could have betrayed your trust. In that case, I should have made an elementary error of judgment, nothing more. Betrayal of trust is an overused excuse, in my opinion. Meaning, whether or not the one should trust another is, in the final analysis, down to oneself. It's a matter of whether or not one can trust oneself. Yes, yes, he's right. He's right! Welcome, student Mr. Naruhodo, Esquire! Whether or not I can believe myself. The fifth lawyer is only as good as his faith in his client. And that comes down to how much faith he has in himself. Ugh, you already know Cosmo out there spitting. He out there spitting. You were so right, Cosmo. That's crazy. How did the detective have to do it better than you? Well, my dear fellows, it's time we were leaving, I believe. Already? Visiting hours are over. The guard will be here shortly to escort us out. There's a restaurant near here that serves excellent trout. Would you care to join me? Oh dear, there's not enough time, is there? Mr. Natsume, if you'd like, in the trial tomorrow, I'd be happy to represent you. Susanna's like, wait, what the heck are you doing? Hi, welcome, student. Mr. Naruhodo, Esquire. As I said, I've only experienced a British courtroom for the first time yesterday. Although the man I was representing was found not guilty, I lost sight of something crucial. Something crucial? What to believe in, the defendant, justice, or the truth. How to believe, even. But I think I finally worked it out. I decided I must believe in myself above all else, to trust my instincts. Yes, Mr. Naruhodo. And my instincts are telling me that you, Mr. Natsume, are innocent of this crime. It's imperative, my bad, I'm sorry. I'm trying to think about imperm and then something. I'm thinking about imperm, chat. But it's imperative, though, I'm sorry. I kept thinking about imperm, bro. I kept feeling that impermanence crap going on. I'm like, my brain's like, I hate imperm so bad. We're good, though. That we have proved that in court. Look, student, Mr. Naruhodo, Esquire. I will fight for your innocence until the bitter end, with every weapon available to me. So I hope you'll permit me to represent you tomorrow. As I said when we first met, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who will listen to me in my native tongue. Of course, Mr. Natsume. It would be fair to say, Mr. Naruhodo, that your mind was in many ways made up from the outset. You merely needed the events of today to fully realize it. Yes, I think you're right about that. It's been a roundabout journey, but I've got there in the end. Mr. Sato, yes. Would you be willing to stand by my side, tomorrow, and help me in the court? Absolutely. As I said this morning, you may consider me your personal judicial assistant. The shocking events of yesterday's trial still weigh heavily on my mind, but it's time to stop looking backwards. Cosmo believed in me. Hey, what you mean by that, bro? What you mean by that? Oh, you mean down to like you want to smash that? Wait, hold on. Wait, are you trying to say you trying to smash, bro? Is that what you're trying to say? Or just down to like go crazy? Like down to, you know what? Like down to. Is that what you mean? Is that what you mean? Actually, hold up. Hold that thought, actually. Hold on. Wait a minute. Yeah, so I was right. Hold up. Well, look, man. As long as okay, hold on. Let me see. How old is my boy? Real quick, hold up. Naruhoda. Hey, you know, hey. Let me see. Let me see. How old is he? Oh, I gotta say Ryunosuke. I gotta say Ryunosuke. Okay, there we go. Okay, so he's around 8. I'm gonna say 18 to 20. Okay. So I want to say he's around 18, right? 18, 20-ish. So the case files, he's like 23-ish. Unless they're trying to cap me out. So this man is around 23. So I don't think my character can handle that, bro. My character gonna get cooked if he touched that. If he's still 23. I'm assuming. Okay, let's just say he's like 18 to 19 at most. Because I think the game tells you this. But she's 16. I'm cooked. I can't mess with that. I can't mess with that. Naruto can't mess with that. Until she's 18 or 19. Then he can do something. So he had to wait like 2 years for that. He gotta wait 2 years for that. He gotta wait 2 years a little bit for that. Then he could get that. 2, 3 years. I'd probably wait 3 years, honestly, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Wait 3 years. Then he might get something going for him. Cosmo believed in me. And Mr. Schultz believes in me too. Now too. So it's time. It's time that I learned to believe in myself. Saki-san has no one. He's all alone. So it's my job to help him. So I fight his corner. Tomorrow, in that courtroom, with all the strength I can muster. There you go. We got 2 to be continues. This should have been where it was at the first time. There we go. Okay, chat. Look. This is the trial. Now, will I stream it tomorrow? It's beyond me. I don't know. Because that trial is probably going to be random until they give me evidence. It's going to be random. So, I'm going to decide if it's going to be on Sunday or if it's going to be on like straight up Monday. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, chat. But yeah, we're stopping it here. I am going to probably go out there and check out this other stuff I'm doing. I might check out Match Duel or Zone Zero while I'm at it. Do all that good stuff because I already did my Rumble stuff. I might. So look, right now what I'm gonna do is look at a little bit of some stuff and go from there. Because I don't know if I'm gonna start at 6:37 or 6. I don't really know. I might actually start around 6:37. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, y'all, we're going to see how that goes. I might do a 7. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, y'all, I will see y'all, well, in an hour or so. Peace and love, y'all. Yee. Let me